Happy to have you aboard here for the Really Big Barbecue Show.
Boing.
We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me.
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead, and he's in the crackle. Charbono! It's all about the Charbono, dude!
Succulent fish. What?
He ate 54 wieners.
But listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are into the second hour. It is the Barbecue Central show where we talk about all the important things, blah, blah, blah. If you're watching, good for you. YouTube poll question of the week. Have you followed a band around the country before? 95% of you are saying no, you have not. 5% of you have.
Boing.
Racing through the open here because you know you want it. The recap of the Jason Kaplan from the Howard Stern Show visit to Bomb City, USA before we get in to the Embedded Correspondents. By the way, we have a in-studio guest, Aaron Huntleman from Go Big or Go Barbecue, and Mr. Brisket sitting in here this evening. He'll be up in just a few short minutes. So, this past Friday rolls around, leaving work out of Broadview Heights around 3:30 and shooting up to downtown Cleveland, Bomb City, USA, where I meet up with our pal Jason Kaplan from the Howard Stern Show at the Schofield Hotel on East 9th Street. Strolling in to the foyer, I am only wondering, is this a catfish? I am happy to report this was not a catfish. It was indeed a genuine experience, which is absolutely fantastic. Number one, Jason looks exactly like I have seen him. Jason sounded exactly like I've seen him. He was getting shit from a bunch of guys on the show going, you're driving to Cleveland to meet some guy you've never met in person before. It could be a catfish. Could be a really hot chick drawing you in. I mean, is that an issue? Jason probably secretly wishing it was that kind of a catfish. Instead, he was stuck with me for the better part of 2 days. So we are off to East 4th Street. We take in a Mabel's barbecue dinner. And then the rain came, and it was not supposed to rain on Friday through all of the day until it decided to start raining, because that's what it does in Cleveland. And once the rain got through itself, about an hour or so later, we get into Nautica Stage. We take in a group called Goose, who I had never heard of before until Jason said that he was going to be coming to town because he follows that band around quite in earnest, and started sending me playlists. Look, I mean, if truth being told, am I a jam band guy? No, I'm not. I'm a hard rock guy, but I'm also a all music kind of guy. So I will say this, if you're going to see Goose and you can find a intimate setting like a Nautica Stage provides you right on the banks of the Cuyahoga River, probably looking at around 4,000 seats. Jason secured us really great VIP seating to get us right in through the big line, get our seats right away, and we were center on, 100 feet away or so from Goose. Jason surprised that we were actually that close and how intimate the setting was, and was able to give me the play-by-play of songs that were playing. There was a lot of just free-form dancing going on, a crowd that is very into one another. It appears that a lot of folks know other folks because many of these people are traveling around. A guy sitting next to me was from Baltimore. The guy sitting next to him was from Miami. And the guy sitting next to him was from New Mexico. And they all met each other following Goose around. And now the three of them make plans to go to various locations and meet up with each other and take in yet another Goose concert. Not uncommon. Completely foreign to me. But that's part and parcel of the Goose lifestyle, and everybody was having a great time. I will say this, for a four-piece band, the sound that they create is magical and very clean. The singer sounds great. From a music rating, I mean, it's 10 out of 10. The instrumentation is wonderful. The musicianship is great. I didn't know one of their songs, but nothing was offensive to me. They are long, but I guess that's the loveliness of what a jam band is all about. You think it's going to end, but no, they ramp it up a notch. And then you think it's going to end, and no, they ramp it up a notch. And then the crowd is buzzing and the lights are flashing, and it's quite a whole genuine scene that's going on there. So if you are into jam bands, you haven't seen a Goose concert, or you don't know about Goose, I would certainly recommend it. I give it 5 out of 5 stars for an experience at the least. And again, the music was great. And then Saturday, the bigger day, according to me, which is me having Jason come over to my house. I have 3 Wichita racks of ribs coming in from Mr. Brisket, along with the chicken for the first time that I've seen, that absolutely blew my mind. And according to Jason, best ribs he has ever had in a home-cooked environment, and I will take it. Same process, always the same process for me. I obviously have ribs dialed in at this point, and I'm very happy about that. And to have Jason, who is a very accomplished backyard cook himself, give his confirmation that what I am doing is winning his taste buds over, is certainly humbling to me. Plus, got to make Atomic Buffalo Turds for him, which I think was his first time having Atomic Buffalo Turds, or at least hearing him by that name. Bobby was also home for the weekend. Everybody knows that Bobby's favorite barbecue dish is Atomic Buffalo Turds. And as soon as she knew she might be able to finagle a way in to having me make buffalo turds, which was basically her saying, oh, well, you have your buddy Jason coming over. You should probably make buffalo turds too. And, oh, I would love them too. And I made like 30 or 40 buffalo turds. I said, look, you make them and I'll cook them. Like, I don't like making ABTs anymore. I mean, it's a process, and I don't like cutting the jalapenos and taking the guts out and washing them off and stuffing the thing, making the stuff. I know, like, big deal, right? But yeah, I mean, at the 10,000th time you've done it, becomes like, you know, Aaron got sick of trimming chicken thighs. Like, it's the same thing for me doing Atomic Buffalo Turds. So if I'm going to get ready to kill a fly here, if you're wondering what I'm up to. So if I can figure out a way to, missed it. So if I can figure out a way to outsource that work, which I thought I did for the most part, but when it came to the bacon wrapping, that's got to be done right. You wrap that turd too tight and it swells and pukes out during the cooking process. You'll lose a lot of the goodness. And Bobby was having a tough time, or maybe she was just faking having a good time because she knew after the third one I was going to take over because of my OCD tendencies that I know Doug Scheiding can certainly relate with. So I took it over and I wrapped the rest of the 30 Atomic Buffalo Turds. We got them on there and they were stupendous. And I will wrap it up to say it this way. In a time and a space where you constantly hear, I met so-and-so, what a disappointment, or don't meet your heroes, or didn't meet expectation, or you throw the cliche out, or whatever the experts say. In this instance, it felt like I know Jason Kaplan and that we have been in-person friends for the better part of a decade, even though we've only been digital friends for the better part of a decade, or maybe a little over. And it was completely natural, and like we had grown up with each other over the last 10 years through our life experience. And it was just further connected by finally being able to see him in person. Almost hooked up about 5 years ago. And I say hook up, not in that way, by the way, Steve. Almost met in person in New York City when Maddie had a modeling gig, but the Stern Show was out in California at that point. So missed that time, but 5 years later, we're able to reconnect here in Bomb City, USA. Better on my turf, always. That way I have complete control. So complete success, Jason. Appreciate you dropping through or coming through and having some barbecue food that we can make you in Willoughby, but also for visiting the fine city of Cleveland, Ohio, and enjoying Goose. Continue having a great time doing what you're doing. I'm a big fan of everything that you're doing. and look forward to the relationship that we have built over the years, continuing on into the future. All right, we are ready for the Embedded Correspondence segment. Before we do that, some of you might want to listen to this. Are you tired of diets that make you choose between good food and real results? You don't have to anymore. David McDowell has cracked the code. His personalized fat loss coaching for barbecue lovers lets you eat the food you love, like ribs, brisket, wings, atomic buffalo turds, and still lose weight, get lean, and feel amazing. It isn't some fad. It's a proven system that includes barbecue-friendly meal plans, tailored health strategies, and weekly check-ins. So you're never guessing, never alone, never forced to give up what you love. And if you want to be part of something bigger, to surround yourself with like-minded barbecue lovers who are dropping weight, getting stronger, and staying motivated, then online, the Barbecue Diet Group is where you need to go. Here's the deal. You can keep struggling on your own, or you can plug into a system that works. Join now, get exclusive access to expert coaching, real-world strategies, and a support crew that won't let you fail. You go to school.com/BBQ, school spelled SKOOL, school.com/BBQ right now, and take the first step. Because you can have your barbecue and your dream body, but you have to take action in order to do it. I'm starting week 15 on Saturday. You know it. I'm fit as a motherfucking fiddle. And David McDowell plays a big part in that, certainly. It is up to me to execute the plan, stay on track, and log and do what I need to do. But having a support person in David McDowell has certainly made it that much easier. Plus, gaining new insights each and every week with questions that I have. School, SKOOL.com/BBQ. We are back with the Embedded Correspondents right after this. Stick around. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
And we welcome you back to the Barbecue Central Show. It is the fourth Tuesday of a month. And boy, oh boy, that can only mean one thing in the second hour. It means what? We have a visit from the ever-famous and ever-beloved Embedded Correspondents and Aaron Huntleman down there. So I will make the introductions as I do each and every week. Just to the right of me is the longest-running Embedded Correspondent from Texas, Doug Scheiding, and to the right of him, the second longest-running Embedded Correspondent from Michigan, John Solberg. And directly below me is from the great city of Utah, Rusty Monson of Salt City Barbecue. Directly below our pal Doug Scheiding is Matt Osman from Tennessee, Embedded Correspondent from Tennessee, and looks to be in a new space as well, so that's neat. And, of course, sitting in studio today, the pitmaster of Go Big or Go Barbecue, also associated with Mr. Brisket as well, Aaron Huntleman, or Huntleman, depending on what you would like. So we have a YouTube poll question of the week, gents, before we get into the litany of 100% Assurity questions. We're asking everybody this, including all guests. So, Doug, we start with you tonight. Have you ever followed a band around the country before, yes or no?
By follow, what is the cutoff, up or down?
Have you ever went to an additional state out of the state that you're in to go see the same band again?
Yes, Motley Crue.
Weird. John?
No. And yeah, that is weird.
Rusty.
Yeah, we went to 9 shows traveling in Salween.
Baby Bitch is
Whoa.
the best. Confirmed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a
Barbecue
lot of good
Idol.
ones that's up there.
That's right. Yeah, Rusty musically talented. Matt, traveling around the country with a band?
By that definition, yes. Sound Tribe Sector 9, also a jam band.
All right, never heard of them. Aaron?
No.
Right. No. Couldn't say no fast enough, by the way, just like John. So above and below at the same time. Me, no. Absolutely not. If it's not coming to Cleveland, I am not coming to you. I can tell you that. All right, we have a whole bunch of 100% Assurity questions. And if you didn't notice, gang, something was a little different this month. On purpose, I reserved the 100% Assurity questions, so everybody's getting it for the first time as I puke these words out of my mouth just to see if anything better or worse happens. What? I mean, you got to keep it changing. Isn't that what Hank says, Aaron? You got to keep it changing up or whatever he says. What was the business advice?
No, you got to people vote with their dollars.
People vote with their dollars. That's right. Well, people don't pay anything for this show, so I probably made a huge mistake already, but that's all right. We'll try it anyway. Doug, let's start with you. 100% yes or 100% no. You thought Malcolm Reed took a small run at Memphis in May, and the judging being a bit fixed.
Yes. That's why he hasn't entered for 2 years.
John, Malcolm takes a run at Memphis in May judging.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Rusty?
No.
No. Matt, Malcolm took a small run at Memphis in May, and judging being a bit fixed.
100% yes. If you know, you know.
Aaron?
I've heard yes.
I'm going to go with a yes, too, and I think it was a little bit more of a well-placed run, if you know what I mean. So everybody but Rusty on the yes train, but that's all right. We have this question for John. John, 100% yes or 100% no, you have used Malcolm Reed's rubs before.
Yes, I have.
Rusty, you've used Malcolm Reed's rubs before.
A lot, and we use them on SCA a lot too.
Matt, Malcolm's rubs?
100% yes.
Aaron?
Yes.
Very quick. Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I have to. It's unanimous. Everybody has used Malcolm's rubs. All right, now I'm interested to hear this follow-up question, which is to Rusty. Rusty, 100% yes or 100% no. You have used Heath Ryle's rubs before, yes or no?
Yeah. In competition and at home. Yes, all the time.
Matt?
100% yes as a 2025 ambassador.
Right. Oh, right. That's right. Aaron?
2025 ambassador here, yes.
Right. Suck asses abound. Doug, you've used Heath Ryle's rubs.
Yes, I have.
Right. I thought you would definitely be a no. John?
No on rub, yes on sauce.
Okay, so it's no. And I am agreeing with John. Not used Heath Ryle's rubs. All right. A little more. I thought we might be at 50-50 or less, so we were a little bit more than 50-50. Matt Osmond. Matt, 100% yes or 100% no. Meathead should be removed from the guest roster after missing this month's segment with a no-call, no-show.
Baseball rules apply. Third strikes and you're out. 100% yes.
That's all right. Aaron, do we want to kick Meathead out?
He gone.
He gone. Wow.
I'll take a spot.
Brutality. We're not pitching ourselves. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. Meathead should be removed from the guest roster after missing this month's segment with a no-call, no-show.
I thought he was an excused absence at the hospital. No?
But he didn't call.
Yes. No.
Okay.
He's at the hospital.
John?
No.
John, remove Meathead?
No, Meathead's not going anywhere. It's like he's Meathead. No. It's like
Rusty, remove Meathead.
The fuck? He's at the hospital. Okay. I think he should be removed, but not for that, no.
Oh, he should be removed. All right.
What? That's a yes.
I did let you know I was in the hospital, and I did communicate that days before.
And you still showed up. I think weren't you like 6 minutes outside of the hospital?
The day of getting out.
Drove from the hospital
2 hours
to the microphone. That's what a man does. I'm not kicking.
So if he gets a doctor's note?
I'm not kicking Meathead out of the show. He was in the hospital. Any other no call, no show, then yeah, you're probably out. But If you're in the hospital and you're a bad way, and a older, gentler me is a little bit more forgiving than 10 years ago or 15 years ago. We'll say it like that. All right, Aaron, to you. 100% yes or 100% no. Aaron, Robert Moss is correct when he says the love of brisket has jumped the shark in 2025.
I think yes.
Doug, brisket has jumped the shark.
No.
John, brisket has jumped the shark.
100% yes. I haven't seen anybody cook a brisket on social media in a minute.
Rusty, brisket has jumped the shark.
No, because all the people that are behind, which is the 99%, are still yet to catch up.
Matt, Robert Moss is correct when he says the love of brisket has jumped the shark in 2025.
Yeah, 100% no.
I agree with the 100% no's. I know we want it to be true, but brisket still remains to be incredibly popular. Like John, I do see them hellaciously all over my Instagram feeds and other feeds. They're still cutting them in half. They're still squeezing the shit out of them. They're still cooking them the same way. It's like the thing you just can't get away from. But by and large, when I continue to ask people, what barbecue do you like the best? I'm not talking about us gals here on the dais. I'm just talking about everyday ham and eggers. What do they want? They want brisket, and it's not even close on what comes in second place here. So brisket remains as non-jump the shark as Robert Moss wants it to be, but good question to ask just in case. Go ahead, Matt.
Rusty, this for you. Do you sell out a brisket first at any location?
We sell brisket all the time because everyone's from Texas and they want the brisket. And you can tell if a good barbecue restaurant by the brisket.
Do you sell out a brisket?
Yeah, we sell out.
Yeah,
we sold out just now. Just got a text 10 minutes ago or 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I mean, we sell a lot of brisket.
At Mr. Brisket?
Yeah, it's in the name.
Away. All right. All right, dad joke. And this is Aaron's last in-studio appearance, in case you were wondering. This is an open mic night, Aaron.
Go back to your
Wait
dark
till we ask
basement.
your questions and then answer. All right, Doug, we'll go back to you. 100% yes or 100% no. Barbecue side dish segments with Robert Moss are nearly as cool as barbecue meat history.
Yes, because he mixes history in with the side dish.
All right, John, the barbecue side dish content, not nearly as cool as barbecue meat content.
Coin toss. I'm going to go yes.
Yes. Rusty, barbecue side dish segments, not as cool as barbecue meat.
I'm with John. That one's a hard one, but yeah.
Matt?
Let's make it a three-peat. I wish there was another option, but I'll say 100% no.
No.
If I have to lean one way.
All right. So everybody else said yes, by the way. So, Aaron, barbecue side dish, not as cool as content, not nearly as cool as barbecue meat content.
Yes.
Yes. All right. The answer is no. Barbecue side dish content, highly encouraging, and I'm just completely... Who knew about banana pudding? Now I know all about banana pudding. As much as I love it, there was something I never knew about banana pudding that I learned just this month. So, in my estimation, and it's my show, this content is completely engaging, even more than barbecue is. And of course, we all know it's better than the Michelin Star Guide content. We don't even have to circle back on that. Doug, go ahead.
My wife has started making banana pudding cheesecake.
Yeah?
For her turn-ins for her dessert in competition.
Is she getting calls?
Yeah, she got second out of 300 teams at the San Antonio Rodeo and 20th in Houston.
Wow.
So,
pretty good. All right, John, we'll go to you. John, 100% yes or 100% no. You knew about the grill fighter brush before Marvin Weinberger was on the show this month.
I did not. 100% no.
Rusty, you knew about Grill Fighter.
No, 100%.
Matt, you knew about the Grill Fighter grill brush.
100% no.
No. Aaron?
Nope.
Doug, you knew about the Grill Fighter grill brush before Marvin Weinberger was on the show this month.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Oh, you son of a... All right, I'm going to go ahead and be the unanimous on this one, too. I never heard of it. Follow-up question to Rusty. I mean, I think this is going to be too much for Mr. Positivity here, but I don't want to get over my skis too quickly. Rusty, 100% yes or 100% no. You would pay $80 retail for a grill brush.
No. No, 100%.
Right, I was right. Matt, $80 for a grill brush?
If and only if it's the last one I have to buy. 100% yes.
Okay. Aaron?
No.
Doug, you would pay $80 retail for a grill brush.
No.
Finish. John, you would pay $80 retail for a grill brush.
100% no.
Nope. I thought about this long and hard as I was constructing this question, and I had myself talked into it at least 17 times, but the answer is no. I agree with Matt. If you could guarantee me, or if I bought it, it came with the lifetime guarantee. If you break it, send it in. We'll evaluate. We'll send you back a new one, and you never have to buy it again. Then I would buy it for $80, no doubt about it. But I don't think that guarantee comes with it. I am talking about the Grill Fighter, which I think, by the way, is the best grill brush that is currently available on the market today. And I believe Marvin might have dropped the retail package price, maybe for a limited time. So let me ask you this: for a limited time, would you buy that Grill Fighter brush not for $80, but for $59, Doug?
Nope.
Nope. John?
I will go buy one right this minute for $59 just to drive it.
All right.
Talk about it later.
Rusty, $59.
But where are they? You can't even find them.
I can get you a link. If you're interested, I can get you a link. Oh, I feel Rusty might be frozen. He hasn't moved from... Oh,
no, I'm Googling it.
Sorry. $59 for a grill
find out what this thing is.
It's the chainmail.
I don't think so.
No? All right. Not for $59? Matt, for $59, even though you were a buyer at $80?
I know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
Aaron, $59 grill brush.
No, still no.
Right? So, I am a buyer at $59. Absolutely. Let's go to... I forgot who I left off with. Did I just do you, John? Or I was Rusty, right? Who did I just ask the Grill Fighter brush to? Rusty. All right, Matt, let's go to you. 100% yes or 100% no. You have seared first and then finished the rest of the cooking process in sous vide before.
Yes. Yes.
Are you lying? I
No,
feel like
I
you
had to
know.
think
I
of-
feel like you know if you've done this before. You don't need to think about it.
My first cook at Memphis in May, I was in charge of an ancillary, and I had somebody help, and that's the method we used, which I had. That was the pause, is remembering if in fact we did that process. Yes, we did.
Sear first, sous vide finish.
Correct.
Right, Aaron?
Yes, on a chuck roast.
Doug, you have seared first and then finished the rest of the cooking process in sous vide before.
Nope.
Johnny Boy?
No.
Rusty!
Yeah, lots of times it's awesome. It's really good.
I hate to show my ass here. I didn't even know that was an option. You know me. Like, you got to tell me what to do. I'm no creative thinker. I'm not outside the box. I don't go around the grocery store going, oh, look at all these magical ingredients. I can probably make XYZ with this. Hold your can up. Anybody guess what kind of pop that is? Hold on.
Can't see
Mountain Dew. Of course, because it's Mountain Dew. Can't see it. It's blended in with the green screen, of course. Little green screen magic right there. Yeah, I didn't know that that was even allowed in the rules, that you could sear the meat first, raw, and then put it in sous vide. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, so what I've been explained to is on a long sous vide, it helps hold in the juices and it helps with the growth of the bacteria growth, like for the low temperature, because sometimes you'll get like that blue cheese smell on a longer sous vide.
How long sous vide are you doing?
I think I did a chuck roast for like 36 hours when I first got it. I mean, it was, it was weird. I didn't die.
You're here.
There I am, allegedly.
Huh. Well, John, you said you've done this before? You have not done it?
No, I have not.
Are you open to it?
No, I have not. Yeah, I think you can sear on the front or the back, even though that may not be a popular opinion.
Yep.
Either way works.
Doug, have you found that searing first and then finishing in the sous vide, if you're doing steaks, for instance, does decrease the amount of purge in the bag, as stated by the guy at Grill Gun?
I've never tried that, and I would highly doubt that it stops the purge, because you're destroying the meat fibers, and they're losing their ability to retain moisture. So I would say no. I think scientifically, no.
All right, let me mark my spot here. We'll come back and do more 100% Assurity questions. Okay, hold on.
Maddie.
Hold on. Give me a sec. Go ahead, Matt.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Mark Williams who sous vide a brisket that process and took it to like a almost mid-rare color and said it was one of the best briskets he's ever had.
From Swine Life?
I believe he... Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And I could be wrong with searing or smoking, if you will, first and then sous vide, but it was like a 72-hour brisket, if I'm not mistaken.
Aaron, you were agreeing. What do you know?
I think I remember reading about that or hearing about it with him, but it's kind of the same thing. I did the chuck roast to like a mid-rare. It cut like a prime rib.
Looks weird on the inside. Not what you would normally expect. All right, guys, take a break here, and then when we come back, we'll finish through the rest of these 100% Assurity questions. Before we do that, I will talk to you quickly about Green Mountain Grills. You know, for 17 years, Green Mountain Grill has brought the smoke to the competition world and the backyards all over the world. There was a lot of worlds right there. Their Venturi-style firebox delivers the cleanest 150-degree smoke in the pellet game, no questioning that. The new redesigned 2025 Prime 2.0 pellet grill blends the proven technology of the past with the technology of the future. Green Mountain Grill, the original innovator in all things Wi-Fi, continuing to give their user granular options to control your grill in any environment from anywhere. Green Mountain Grill also leading the pack in accessory creation, from their pizza attachments that deliver pizza in 2 minutes to rotisseries to add-on side burners. Check out the new 2.0 Green Mountain Grill at greenmountaingrills.com. That's greenmountaingrills.com. We are back with more Embedded Correspondents and an in-studio Aaron Huntleman from Go Big or Go Barbecue. Stick around. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Whole packers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Greg Rempe.
And we welcome you back. This portion of the show brought to you by McAllis Cigars, where each blend is a chapter in a grand tale of craftsmanship and passion. Portfolio is a symphony of flavors, giving you an unforgettable Nicaraguan smoking experience. McAllifcigars.com, the website, MICALLEF, cigars.com. Use a locator to find a retailer near you, and might I suggest a McAuliffe Red this time around. Delish. Just had one in the mobile lounge on the way to the office this morning. Hey-o. Bringing back in the Embedded Correspondents and punching sound up on Aaron Huntleman, in-studio guest. All right, let's just start right back from the beginning here so I don't have to figure out where I left off. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. Sous vide is dumb. Are you on mute?
I'm dumb for having the mute on. No, it's not dumb.
Right?
Yeah.
John, sous vide is dumb.
It is not done.
No.
It is an amazing tool. Don't.
Rusty,
It's not.
Sous vide is dumb.
Hell no, it's awesome. It's way cool.
Awesome. Matt Osmond, sous vide is dumb.
100% no.
Not the way I thought it was going to go. Aaron, sous vide is dumb.
Nope.
Right? I'm not bucking the trend here. Sous vide is not dumb. I use it quite often, and I'm a big fan. I thought one of you guys was going to say yes. You hardcore barbecue guys. 100% yes or 100% no. John, you knew who Chris Prieto was before he hit the show this month.
Not a clue.
Clue. Right? Rusty, you know Chris Prieto.
No, I did not.
Matt?
Nope.
Aaron?
Nope.
Doug, you're my only hope. You knew who Chris Prieto was before he hit the show this month.
Yes.
Yes. I'm ashamed to say that I didn't know who he was before his PR person got in contact with me, only to be mightily humbled as we were sound checking when he started pulling out the fact that he had been listening to me ever since the show originated in podcast fashion back in 2006 and would burn DVDs of old shows to take to competitions and listen to them before he went night-night and started the big competitions the next day. So perhaps I have found the longest-running fan of the show by sheer happenstance, but certainly appreciate him coming on and talking about that. But I did not know who Chris was before he was on the show a week ago, I believe it was. So we will go to Rusty. Rusty, you were aware of the restaurant Prime Barbecue before this month.
No, I was not.
Matt, Prime Barbecue.
Oddly, yes.
Oddly indeed. Aaron?
Yeah.
Doug?
No, I wasn't.
But you knew Chris before.
I did.
Weird.
Through the some competition stuff.
Right. John, you knew about Prime Barbecue.
I didn't know.
No.
Okay. Rusty, did you want to add something?
I'm changing both my answers to yes. I was just Googling it, and yes, I absolutely know who he is, and I know what Prime Barbecue is.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Well, for the folks that knew who he was, but then didn't know the other one, like, I don't understand how you could know one and not the other. Doug, explain yourself.
Oh, I knew
just,
him through
just because competition
stuff from years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know he was a chef, restaurant, anything like that. No.
So I didn't know Chris before the show, but I did know Prime Barbecue before because Robert Moss had mentioned it at least a few times in his top 50 Southern Living barbecue lists. And then I believe last year when Daniel Vaughn released the, I don't know, was it 50 best or 20 best Texas barbecue restaurants outside of Texas? He was number 2, just beat out by, who was it? Palmyra down there. I think that's in North Carolina too, or maybe it's in Georgia. But he was number 1 all the way up until Palmyra barbecue came into play. So I am one of those guys as well. Matt, 100% yes or 100% no. You like the term pitmaster.
100% yes.
Aaron?
Yes.
Doug, you like the term pitmaster.
Yes, absolutely, I do.
John, you like the term pitmaster?
I'm gonna go no. No.
Right. Rusty, you like the term pitmaster?
Fuck no. Stupid.
Right. Well, half of us are on the same team of yeses, and half of us are on the same team as no's. I am on the no's. I think pitmaster is a terrible term. I think it's an unquantifiable term. There's no way to prove you're a pitmaster, or if you are not a pitmaster, who was to call you a pitmaster? How do you achieve pitmastership? It is a word. I don't even understand it. We should drop it from the American lexicon. It should be banished. It should be a foreign swear word that we should never use again. Matt, go ahead.
How is it not definitive? How is it not deserving?
Right.
If you can master a pit,
who says you can master a pit? How do you quantify that?
Okay, very simply.
Okay.
It ran well,
right.
Said pit.
Yes.
You performed within its bounds or above its bounds and ability. Additionally, what said food was on the pit was cooked to your liking over and over and over, meaning not just a one-time sample, multiplicities using same pit, and you have mastered that pit.
And you can be a pit master if you have a pellet cooker?
That's not a pit.
Oh, I see. So now we're throwing in qualifications. Or this is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, give me a break. This is why pitmaster is not allowed. I mean, why can't you be a pitmaster?
Okay, define chef then.
A chef is somebody that goes to culinary school and graduates with a fucking degree.
Always?
Everybody else is that.
Always and forever?
Always and forever. If you never went to culinary school and you call yourself a chef, guess what? Shut the fuck up. You did not. If I go around and call myself a general or a lieutenant and I was never in the military, is that okay?
Well, Malcolm's a colonel by the state of Kentucky.
He's not.
No, he's been coloneled by the state of Kentucky.
Yeah.
He's got his
colonelship. Okay, then he has the paperwork to prove it.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Doug.
No. If we're gonna, I'm flummoxed by this whole thing.
Flummox.
Head chef or a chef. Flummox. Thank you. The chef. You can be a chef if you're ordering people around in a restaurant. Is that true or not true?
No, you can only be a chef.
Definition of a chef.
You can only be a chef if you have graduated from the Culinary Institute of Americas with your degree and you have attained the level of a chef. Just because you've cooked for a long time doesn't make you a chef.
If you're in a restaurant, then you would call that person the head cook because they're in charge of staff, they're in charge of costs, they're in charge of all those things. So would that be a head cook if they didn't go to chef school?
It would be like
I'd call that person a chef.
Kitchen manager.
So I'd call him a head cook. So to me, that has more than a pit master. A pit master comes from competition, in my view, fire management, know how to prep, and they know how to plan it out and get it done. So I think
John's loading his 6-shooter and he's going to end his life.
I'm like, this is the dumbest shit ever.
Here's a legitimate question.
John, it's your fault, John. You played the best moments. What defines a pitmaster? Now we're running down the snake hole or the rabbit hole. This is because of you.
A cook doesn't necessarily know how to cook barbecue, and a pitmaster specifies the ability to cook barbecue and not some French cuisine, whatever. So I think it's a good term. I think it's better than master barbecuer, beef. I saw Jess Pryles today, beef chief that she had on today. And so, and John, I think you're not giving yourself enough credit in calling yourself a pit runner. Done.
I think that's a good pit runner is an appropriate term, especially in the commercial world. That's what I did. Yeah, I did everything, but I ran a pit. And while they gave me the title of that stores, I was at a pitmaster by title. I wouldn't accept it. I'm a pit runner.
Aaron, what do you think about pitmaster?
Well, I will say I graduated from culinary school, and I don't consider myself to be called a chef.
You could be.
I could be. If you're if you're a restaurant and you're hiring me to be your chef, then I would accept that title. But I don't walk around going, well, I went to culinary school, here's my degree, and you can call me chef. I do agree that the pit master is, learning your pits and doing that. But I don't go around saying, oh, I'm a pit master at Mr. Brisket. We run Rectex. I turn a knob. Like
Rusty, weigh in.
All right, so Escoffier is one that came up with this whole thing, and it was a brigade system, and it's just like the military. Just because you go to military training doesn't mean you're the general, right? So you put people in places, and that's where they belong, and you answer to X to X to X to X to Y. And that's where it comes from. It's not because you went to culinary school that you're a chef. It's just you're the leader of the kitchen. That's what it is. It's a brigade system. So if you go to culinary school, you're not a chef. If you lead a brigade system, you're a chef. It's an overused term. Pitmaster is an overused term. And I think they're all just way overused when you're calling some random. I mean, I get called chef all the time. I'm a cook, man. I just cook food. That's all I do. I'm no damn chef. My team runs the show, not me. So it's like, it's a brigade thing. If you want to get back into it, that's where it began. That's where it was for so long until television came along, and then everyone's a fucking chef.
Go ahead, Aaron.
So,
well, what defines an influencer then? You got to throw that in there.
Oh, no, we're not getting into that. We're not getting into that. Go ahead, Matt, go ahead.
So, real quick, 2 personal notes. Good friend of mine since 3rd grade, works at a fancy hotel in Savannah, Georgia. He is the executive chef, not a day in culinary school. Cut his teeth through restaurant and industry, etc. I call him a chef, not just because he's now the executive chef of this hotel, but B, because I feel like his talent over tenure, over etc. He is a chef. That's my opinion. Number 2, I'm doing this whole hog thing. They listed me as a chef in there, and I reach out and say, "Hey guys, whoa, no, like that is not my title, not even close to it." But for a publicist and a marketing, whatever, do what you have to do. But I am not a chef.
We move on. Aaron, 100% yes or 100% no? The Texas Monthly Top 50 Barbecue Joints list matters to you?
Yes.
Yes. Doug, matters to you?
Yes, it does.
John, Top 50 matters to you?
Fuck no. No. Doesn't matter. I'm not in Texas.
Rusty, Texas Top 50 matters to you?
Yeah, they put a lot of work in that. It's a good deal.
Matt, you like Texas Top 50?
100%. Good buddy of mine just drove 11 hours to get brunch on Sunday in Michigan.
Yeah, from a content standpoint, and if I go to Texas, which unfortunately I have to do on a semi-frequent basis, yes, Texas Top 50 matters to me because of where I might want to eat. 100% yes to 100% no. Doug, serious pitmasters are jealous of the success that influencers have achieved and dismiss them as hacks.
I can't agree with jealous, so I have to say no on that.
John, pitmasters are jealous of influencers.
Oh, what's a pitmaster? Jesus Christ, we just ripping my brain open here.
We have to get past it.
Awesome.
Short-term memory.
I know.
Short-term memory.
I'm going to go yes.
Yes.
Pitmasters are jealous of influencers.
Rusty, pitmasters are jealous of the success influencers have achieved and dismiss them as hacks.
They shouldn't be because everyone has a place in this world. So you suck it up.
That's not yes or no.
What was the question? I think it's a no.
Pitmasters are jealous
of
influencers.
Yeah,
no.
they are, sure.
Yes.
No, they shouldn't be. I'm going to say no. You shouldn't be.
Okay, and now we're changing to no. Thank you, Rusty. Remember, it's 100% yes or 100% no. Those are your answers only. Matt, serious pitmasters jealous of the success influencers have and dismiss them as hacks.
100% no. Only the jealous ones and broke ones.
Aaron?
No.
No? Yes, the answer is yes. There are a lot of serious pitmasters out there who are jealous of what the influencer have achieved, immediately dismissing them as hacks. Rule number 1 of the show, no names. Please. John, 100% yes or 100% no. One of the best inventions in competition barbecue over the past 10 years has been the Mr. Brisket competition box.
100% yes.
Of course. Rusty, competition box?
Greatest invention? No. But it's cool as hell.
Wait. I said one of the best inventions.
Then yes.
Yes. All right.
I've heard many great things.
Matt, one of the best inventions, the competition box from Mr. Brisket.
100% yes.
Right. Doug?
I'm going to say no on that. No.
Dick. I'm going to say yes. That's pretty fucking cool. Aaron, 100% yes or 100% no?
I mean, I gotta say yes.
Yes. I mean, you don't have to. I guess.
I made it up. So,
all right, Doug, what do you hate about Mr. Brisket's competition box?
I am the guy that when you go to the contest, and this is from a guy that cooks on a pellet cooker now, but when you go to the contest, none of your meats should be trimmed. That you need to trim them all at the contest and do it there. So that's where I come from. It just makes people even lazier. And I can't even believe someone would pawn off their ability to cut their own meat and have someone else do it for them.
Yes, but looking outside of your own box that you live in, if we're looking at the industry as a whole, it is not one of the best inventions otherwise. I mean, Americans innately lazy, innately looking to have somebody else do it. Everything, do it for me, do it for me.
It's contributing to laziness.
Yes.
No.
So, I mean, this is where we're at, so accept it and then give the right answer.
Yeah.
Is it one of the best inventions, yes or no?
No.
Remaining with no.
It's promoting laziness.
So go ahead, Matt.
As somebody who I've talked to Doug about my chicken struggles, Mr. Brisket is going to get my chicken business because I'm going to switch to thighs. That being said, little perturbed that a order got delayed, but that's neither here nor there. But I would say definitely back to Doug.
Matt,
you're
hold
breaking
on.
up.
Wait,
You're
Matt,
breaking
hold
up.
on. On the phone, we have Mr. Brisket customer service. Aaron, can you please help?
Hola, Mr. Osmond.
Can you please help Matt out with his issue?
Yeah.
What's the fucking problem?
What did we miss?
What's the problem?
Old Booger Bear put in a pork order.
Okay. So it's Old Booger Bear's problem. It's not your problem.
Which I'm a part of.
No, you're not. It's not your team. All right, next question.
Hold on.
Nice question.
Back to Doug's question. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, well, pre-trimming your meat is actually a fantastic thing for those who may not be able to get there Thursday night or Friday mid-morning, who are running on a timely basis. So if you're allowed to pre-trim it, you should and could. That's a fantastic comp for me. When I actually have time to trim all 4 meats, it's in the bag at that point.
So
go ahead.
So what I've always pitched on this is you don't have to be the best mechanic to be the greatest race car driver. You should know how to work on like your own car. But I think, Jimmy Johnson's not showing up and working on his engine on race day. That's how I've always pitched, the comp box and everything there. You show up with the best products that we can put forward for you, and you just go with it and run with it. I get where Doug's coming from, but we do sell guys untrimmed comp boxes too. So there you go.
Rusty, you have anything to add?
Well, Doug's got to get a job, and then maybe he'll need that. Okay? That's what I said.
Yeah, Richie.
I have 3 jobs.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Rusty's just having a little fun.
And I have OCD tendencies,
Yes.
and I'm not sure
Yeah.
people will do it as best as I would.
Doug would buy the competition trim box. He would pull everything out and then retrim everything that's already be trimmed. And let's be real on that. We know that.
Didn't we do this with the cleaning grills?
Absolutely. All right. Next question, Rusty, 100% yes or 100% no. Had the Mr. Brisket competition box been around 10 years ago, it would have cornered the competition meat market.
100% yes.
Yes. Matt?
That's 2014. Yeah, all day.
Right. Aaron?
100%.
I think so.
Yeah. Doug?
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
All right. John?
Oh, that would have altered the history of barbecue forever. Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think all it would have taken is for one of those guys, back then to have used it, and then
day late, $1 short.
Would have been whatever Blues Hog is, the barbecue sauce, the competition box would have been to meat, no doubt about it. You would be in the Hall of Fame already, Aaron. How about that? You weren't even born then. All right, 100% yes or 100% no. Aaron, KCBS should renew the contract of the current CEO.
Since he texts me, yes.
Yes. Doug, KCBS should renew the contract of the current CEO.
I'm not special like Aaron, so I'm going to say no.
John? Oh, wait.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
Who?
Okay. I know how to answer that. Rusty?
100% yes.
Yes. Matt, KCBS should renew the current contract of the CEO.
Is not answering an option?
No, answer.
No.
We're courageous on this show.
100% no.
Nope. And I'm with you guys, 100% no. Nothing against the current CEO other than I haven't heard anything in 4 years, other than a couple debacles, but haven't heard anything else. So to me, not good enough. We need something else. 100% yes or 100% no. Aaron, you have the lab-based meat industry is dead.
Yes.
Yes. Doug, lab-based meat, dead.
Thankfully, it's dying in the lab. Yes.
John?
I believe it is for a while. So it will be seen again in the future, but dead for now.
All right. Rusty, dead?
It's not dead, no. Wait, sorry. 100% no.
Uh-huh. Matt, lab-based meat is dead?
I can't say it was actually ever alive. So, yeah, it's 100% dead.
That's all right. According to my first hour guest, alive and well. So, not dead and working in the background and will potentially be a savior in years to come. So, sorry about that. Everybody go back and listen to Mike Grunwald at 9:14, and maybe you'll have a different answer next month when I ask it again. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. You have made or will make cowboy butter in 2025.
Yes.
John?
100% no.
Rusty.
Yeah, it's so good.
So good.
100% yeah.
Matt, cowboy butter?
2.8 million % yes.
Yes. Wow, that's a lot of percents. Aaron?
Yes.
And I've already made it. So with the Jess Pryles cowboy butter rub and add your own soft butter, and it was good. I wasn't aware of that being a thing otherwise, but all right. 100% yes to 100% no. Rusty, Matt Osmond reached out to Sam the cooking guy shortly after the bet expired to pay off. And Sam the cooking guy has yet to respond.
100% yes. I believe in Matt.
Wow. Right. Aaron?
Yes.
Doug?
It's a good question. I'm going to say yes.
John?
I'm just gonna say no because I want to watch Matt's head explode as he's dancing around the screen.
Yes. Well, I mean, I happen to know both of these guys. I have never known Sam to welch on a bet, so I'm going to call bullshit on Matt. He's trying to make himself look good. So we'll follow up on that. 100% yes or 100% no. Matt? Greg is wrong about the Weber Ranch kettle not making a comeback.
1,000,000,000,000,000,000% yes.
All right. Even more than whatever the...
Yes, the cowboy butter.
Chewy is on Aaron.
But we got a cat.
Pick that cat off of you, Aaron, and throw him on the ground and strangle him on the way down.
Oh.
Kill that cat.
He's going to pee on you.
So Matt says yes. Aaron, Greg is wrong about the Weber Ranch kettle not making a comeback.
I've seen enough posts to say you were wrong.
Yes, all right. And Doug, I'm wrong about the Weber Ranch kettle.
I guess I haven't seen any posts, so would that be no? Is this a double negative?
No, you're right. No, yeah.
I've seen so okay, no.
John, I'm wrong about the Weber Ranch kettle not making a comeback.
No, you're right. There's no comeback to come back from.
Right.
It's the same market as always.
Rusty?
Yes, 100% yes.
All right.
I hope
Look,
it does.
I'm here to tell you that just because Tuffy Stone got a Weber Ranch kettle from Weber and didn't tell anybody that, it was given to him, but okay, whatever. That doesn't mean that the Weber kettle is making a comeback. Because one person has it doesn't mean it's making a comeback. If 2 people showed it on their Instagram feed, that doesn't mean it's making a comeback. No influencers are using the Weber Ranch kettle. There isn't a litany of Weber Ranch kettles being distributed across the influencer world to call it a comeback. One person having it and showing it on their Instagram feed is not.
Andrew,
It is not a comeback. It's not. Go ahead, Matt.
So it was multiple people, and I believe it actually
Name
started
them.
when Smitty at
I have no idea who that is.
Whatever event, Luton Booty Barbecue.
All right.
Sterling's okay.
Sterling Smith.
Yep, 1.
Correct. Cooked a whole hog in mid
that's 1.
2024.
Next 1.
Okay. Tuffy Stone.
2.
Al Fragoni.
Yep.
Weber did a thing on itself. Mike Lang is, as far as I understand, shooting content here to be released again.
Works for Weber.
Okay. And yeah.
Okay, so we have 5 people.
Again.
We have 5 people. Guess what? Not a comeback. Until it gets to the level of Traeger, with their 18,000
That's the
influencers.
benchmark?
Of course. 5 people does not constitute a comeback. I'm sorry.
What if they're 5 big ones?
They're not. Those people are not 5 big ones.
Okay.
They got them for free.
We got to get through these questions for crying out loud. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you've heard of the name. I'm sorry. You've heard of the band Goose before.
Before your conversations and getting together with Jay? No.
John, you've heard of Goose?
No.
Rusty, Goose?
No, I have not.
Matt?
Once in the 80s. No, never.
Oh,
I had not.
Aaron?
Duck, no.
No. Duck, no. All right.
Love
before Jason, no. Never heard. 100% yes to 100% no. Jam bands are great.
100% no. Not for me.
Rusty?
It begins and fucking ends at the Grateful Dead, and after that, it's fucking trash.
That's not an answer.
You got my answer.
That was an F no.
Okay.
That was an F no.
All right. I don't know. Because they're a jam band, right? Isn't Grateful? So, I mean, like, that
They're
would
the
mean
they're
yes.
the first
right?
jam
band.
the beginning of
okay. Matt, jam bands are great.
Oh.
All day and all night.
All right. And Aaron, jam bands are great.
Jelly's better. No.
Jelly's better. Okay. Very funny. Still with the dad jokes, I see. I'm going no. I appreciate what they're doing, but I don't find them to be great. All right. We're getting there. Only a couple left. Doug, we'll start back with you because I lose track always. 100% yes or 100% no. Watermelon sucks.
Yes, it sucks.
John, watermelon sucks.
No, it does not.
Rusty, watermelon sucks.
The fuck is your problem? Hell no, it's the best.
It's a question.
Yes,
it's not my
100%.
problem. Oh, wait. No, okay. Matt, watermelon sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Nope. Aaron?
Nope.
Bad news. Watermelon sucks. It's the worst. Only onions are worse. I might eat watermelon before I eat onions. I will definitely eat watermelon before coconut. Coconut is worse than onions. 100% yes or 100% no. John, you have been to the Bahamas.
100% no.
Nope. Uh-oh. And Rusty, you've been to the Bahamas?
Twice.
Ooh, nice.
Matt, Bahamas?
One up, thrice.
And Aaron, Bahamas?
Not even Bahama Breeze.
Matt, or Doug, Bahamas?
Uno, yes.
John, Bahamas?
I said no, but is Puerto Rico in the Bahamas? I don't think so. I stop at Puerto Rico. I never get any further.
Puerto Rico and the Bahamas. Bahamas is an island, John.
It's a bunch of islands, dude. It's like, well, Puerto Rico is an island. I didn't know where they begin.
No. I have been to the Bahamas, of course. No surprise to anybody else. Rusty, 100% yes or 100% no. Banana pudding is the best barbecue side, period.
It's close, but 100% no.
Matt, banana pudding, the best.
100% no. Green beans are.
Aaron.
No.
Doug.
No way.
John, banana pudding, best side.
Yeah, you get to pick one side for barbecue forever. It's banana pudding, so I got to go with yes.
Yes, John is correct. 100%. It is the banana pudding. Oh, yeah. Last question.
No.
We can agree to disagree, Doug. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, we'll go back to you. I ran a 5K this past weekend, and the time was over 25 minutes. 5K, by the way, 3.2 miles for those that are wondering.
Yeah. No way. Not even close. No.
Wait. Not
No
even close.
way.
You're saying I ran it sub 25 or I ran it more than 25?
Yeah, 3 miles.
I ran a 5K
ran
this past weekend. My time was over 25 minutes.
No, it was not. It was under 25 minutes.
John, over 25 minutes.
No, it was under 25 minutes.
Rusty, I ran a 5K this past weekend, and the time was over 25 minutes.
No, I don't think so.
You guys know how long it takes to run a mile? Matt?
You are the pan. No.
The pan? I don't know what that means. Aaron, I ran a 5K this past weekend. My time was over 25 minutes.
My math says yes.
Yes, right? Finally, somebody that knows what he's talking about. I ran a 5K this past weekend, and my official time was 23 minutes and 59 seconds.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's right, Maggie.
Aaron's never coming back.
That's nope. I mean, bad jokes, and he thinks I'm slow as F. All right, go ahead, Matt.
Can we circle back to the question about Sam?
No, we're past it. That was like 25 questions ago.
Because you haven't even.
Oh, I thought it was.
That's all.
I thought I was going to have to say mac and cheese is the best side.
All right, we have time to do promotion though. Doug, what are we promoting tonight?
I am going to the Santa Barbara Wine Festival, July 19th.
You do that like every year, right?
I do. Yeah, it's great.
Hearing about that. You need a sous chef to come out?
Yeah, come on out, bitch.
Send the plane. I'll be out there. John, what are we promoting?
I was like, lace up. He just called you a bitch. A whole nother story.
But did he go to culinary school to be called a sous chef?
Yeah.
That's right. You damn pit masters, you.
Pit bitch. He'd be a pit bitch, not a pit master, pit bitch.
That's right. I'm okay with that.
Hey, Grill Fighters will be in my Amazon store in the morning for $59.99.
Wow!
And by the way, I am there since we've been on this call listening to the dumb shit. I am now officially an influencer for Grill Fighter. But Greg, if you can get me a better hookup than the $59, I would take it.
Right.
That's it. So check the
God.
link in my Amazon store soon.
Right, Rusty. Anything we're promoting tonight?
I have a restaurant downtown Salt Lake called Salt City Barbecue. If you're in Salt Lake, you should come check it out.
How's your work life?
This is the first week I might actually have some nights off. I worked 104 hours last week.
Wow. Good for you.
About my average is 80 to 60 on the low end.
Wow. Matt, what are we promoting tonight?
2 quick things. Blinky's Offset Barbecue will finally, oh my goodness, be ready and available this week going into 4th of July weekend. We are fully permitted, fully vetted by codes and the whole 9. It's been an arduous process, mostly on my part. Secondly, in July the 19th, we're doing an event, Cooking a Whole Hog, Tuna and Hog, with Explorer Nash and Chef Ray Bello. We are doing the whole hog for it. It's going to be a unique experience at an art gallery in Nashville, Tennessee. Tickets are on sale.
Where do we go to get the tickets?
You can go to Explore Nash and find it at Explore, like XPLOR, explorenash.com or any of their social pages, or there's a link in my bio as well.
All right, Aaron, what are we promoting tonight?
Order all your meats off of MrBrisket.com. competition or otherwise.
All right. There they are. This time around, we have a Doug Scheiding just next to me from Texas. We have John Solberg from Michigan. We have Rusty Monson from the great city of Utah. We got a Matt Osman from the great Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. And in studio, it's Aaron Huntleman from Mr. Brisket and Go Big or Go Barbecue. Guys, appreciate it. And we'll see you in July, if you can believe it or not. So a successful embedded correspondent there, as we're a little over time here. So let's do the quick outro. Let me clear out some of these files since I'm all cut up on business, and we can just cut right into this. This is what happens when you do... No. I didn't hit the right button. It's obvious. Anybody can see it. Here we go. It's what happens when you write an extensive list of Assurity questions. You go until 16 passed. With some good banter back and forth. Aaron, did you appreciate, or did you enjoy? Did you appreciate your time? Did you enjoy your time?
Yeah, always do.
Always. If you have meat needs, Mr. Brisket, of course. And we thank the embedded correspondents all the way back to the first hour. Is Mike Grunwald talking about how we're eating the world, how we need to fix the food chain to help better our climate situation. And then, of course, in studio guest Aaron Huntleman talking about the competition box, the partnership with the American Royal, talking about the incredibly large chicken thighs that are going out of there. So if you're in the chicken thigh need, again, MrBrisket.com. And we have a big show lined up for you next week. Believe it or not, we're already going to be in July. So we have a Malcolm Reed live. We have Sam the Cooking Guy live, and many others, if you can believe it. So, how do I always leave you? By the way, I know you're wondering, as we close the poll out here this evening, have you followed a band around the country before? 86% of you are saying no. That means 14% of you are saying yes, which is sizably bigger than I originally thought what was happening there in the beginning of the show. So good to see it bridging back towards 50-50. Not even close. Better than 95.5 and 100% no, as it was in the beginning. So how do I always leave you? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget until next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. This is your program host and proud U.S. American Greg Rempe saying, Shabba! Shabba!
Hey, what's up? This is JM, host of the Celebrity Grill podcast on iTunes, and you're listening to the Barbecue Central Radio Network. All barbecue and grilling, all the time.